Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Chris Allen with your weather podcast for this final day of 2013, December 31st. We say goodbye to the old year, ring in the new year, midnight tonight. And if you're celebrating New Year's Eve out and about in southern Kentucky, you should be fine. The weather is going to be pretty quiet, pretty dry. Chilly, yeah, but that's pretty much expected. Not a big deal. Yesterday was quite a chilly day here in southern Kentucky. We only made it up to 31. 31 was our high temperature yesterday at the Bowling Green Airport. That happened at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It took all day just to get us there. A little bit of sunshine that came out. Then the clouds held tough. We just saw minimal sunshine. Some of you west of us got a little bit more. Some to the east didn't see the sun at all yesterday. In fact, a few snow flurries were flying around. No measurable snowfall anywhere. But 31 was it. We should be at 45 for an average high. So we were 14 degrees below average, and it felt like it. Those clouds really kept us chilly. That northwest wind yesterday. 23 was our official low. 27 is the average low for the day, so we were 4 degrees below average. 1 year ago, we had a high of 39 and a low of 21 back in 2012. No precipitation, as I mentioned, past 24 hours. Looks like we're going to end the month of December at 5.01 inches of precipitation. That is 34 hundredths of an inch above average. And it looks like we're going to end the year right at or close to 60 inches. 59.66 to be exact. The new averages will come in tomorrow morning when I update the podcast. But it looks like we're going to end the year, as I mentioned yesterday, right at 10 inches above average. Right about 10 inches even. So it was a chilly year overall, even summer, and it was a wet year. And here's the deal. You might as well get used to that pattern. It looks to stay with us for a while. And, I made note of this years ago when everybody was harping about global warming and climate change, and they still are if you watch the Weather Channel and you read some of the blogs. I mean, they just go ape over it. Oh, it's still happening. This is just a little pause. They call it a pause. Yeah. Look, this has always happened. Every 30 years or so, we have a change. It's an oscillation. It has always happened. It always will. And they want to try to pin it on you, man. You've screwed up the atmosphere with all your cars and your industry and everything else. You've screwed it all up, and because of you, it's your fault. We have harmed the planet. Oh, my. And now look what's happening. And so all this talk about global warming and climate change, they keep having to redefine what it is. They'll put it out there, oh, yes, there's a consensus that it's this. And then when they have their so-called consensus, and it gets really cold, and everything starts trending colder, and they see their charts going down instead of up, they're, oh, my. Oh, we have to redefine what we've said earlier. And so now there's a pause in the global warming that's taking place. Come on. We're going to be in this pattern, folks, for several years. Remember what you always said when you're my age and you're, 40-something, 50-something. Yeah, I'd have people come up to me, hey, why don't we have the cold and the snows like we had when we were kids, like back in the 70s? You want a repeat of the 70s? It's happening now. And it doesn't take an expert to tell you that. This is just the way it goes. The weather works in cycles, and so does the climate. And it's, all this trying to adapt and adopt and get all green and blah, blah, blah. It's malarkey. This stuff happens all the time. It's happened way before us, and it'll happen way after us. To think we can change the atmosphere and the climate is just idiotic. So, this cold and this wet trend that we're going to see, have been seeing all the year of 2013, it's going to continue. So get ready, and I'm talking some bitter cold is coming in the coming days, and chances for snow. How about that? More snow. We've already had 3 snows. Well, a little bit, it wasn't a big snow, but hey, it's only now going into January and February. It's prime time. If we're going to get some snow, it's going to happen probably in the next month or two. And who knows, maybe sooner than that. So for today, high pressure is in control. We've got a warm front that's just to the west of us. That's a southwesterly wind flow that's going to kick in. High today, 43, under a mostly sunny sky. That's going to feel better than yesterday, much better. Mainly clear, but cold again tonight, a low of 25. You can expect the nights to be cold. They're really not going to warm up that much. We're at the end of December, beginning of January. So even if we warm up during the day, it's going to get colder at night, longer nights, shorter days. You get the idea. Now, for New Year's Day, tomorrow, the 1st of January, 2014, sunny with a high around 50. South wind at 6, but late Wednesday night into early Thursday morning, a cold front, another disturbance. We've been talking about this last couple of days, series of disturbances. This one now looks a lot stronger than what we were looking at just yesterday. And the computer guidance, the model forecast output guidance, is coming into better agreement on how this is going to play out. We're going to see maybe a period of light rain into late Wednesday night, early Thursday, that will change over to snow. Thursday morning. Late Wednesday night into early Thursday morning. As that front comes through, it is going to change everything over to snow. There will just a brief period of rain. And this is not going to last long, but it's going to have a nice burst of energy with it. There's a strong flow, a strong piece of energy that's going to be inside this system. So we could get a good burst of snow on Thursday, a high of only 33 and a low of 18, and gusty northwest winds. So when the snow comes down, it could actually reduce visibility and cover the ground pretty quickly. And if things time out and track out the way we see it right now, there's the possibility of some minor accumulations, and by that we mean 1 to 2 inches. You can't hold me to that. And I say that with that caveat because, again, the timing and the track of this, the temperature will certainly be there, the moisture will be there. But how this thing tracks out, it could be more or less. But we're going to say the possibility of an inch or 2, okay, on Thursday. Now, here's the thing. As we get into Friday, that snow will still be on the ground because Friday is just going to be a frigid day. Sunny, but a high of only 28. Saturday, we begin to warm up. A southerly wind flow just ahead of the next system to come in. Sunshine and 42. That would melt away any snow that's out there. Sunday, here comes the next disturbance with a chance of some rain with a high of 43, but then ending as snow. Sunday night with a low of 21. And then Monday, partly sunny, but a high of only 30 degrees. So Sunday night into Monday could be another little interesting system coming in. And it is going to be bitterly cold after that into next week. Whew. Really cold. So here we go. Thank you so much for 2013, your loyalty to this podcast, your loyalty to the First Alert Storm Team, to me and Shane and Stephanie. We appreciate it so much. WBKO, WBKO.com, the apps and everything. It's been a great year. Incredible growth with this podcast. Not just here, but all around the world. I have a way, thanks to Spreaker.com and iHeartRadio, expansion there, I can track and see where people are listening to this podcast. And it's virtually all over the world. And it's mainly because there are people who either used to live here in Bowling Green or Southern Kentucky, now live in other countries doing work or with family, or for some other reason they're like, I hear from them all the time. This is my way of listening to the weather back home. And we are so happy to have this technology and to be able to extend it to you and to give you a little piece of Southern Kentucky no matter where you are. And I've had some folks say, why don't you make this more of a national deal? And, you know, that may be in the works for 2014. I'm looking at the possibility of not just focusing on Southern Kentucky, but doing something a little more on a national scale. But that would take a lot of work, a lot of resources, a lot of time, which I don't have. And I've just got to try to figure that out. But thank you for at least bringing that to my attention. And just thank you all so much, and God bless you for the great year of 2013. And now onward and upward to 2014, I wish all of you a very happy and prosperous new year. And please don't forget to know the weather before it knows you. I'll see you live at 5:30 on AM Kentucky and streaming live to WBKO.com.